For staying with us. Let's continue our discussion on Women for Women's Day celebrations, of course. 1828 is an organization that seeks to empower young women between the ages of 18 and 28 from the disadvantaged backgrounds by developing strategies for their educational as well as personal development. This organization also aims to promote young women through financial stability by hosting the different workshops. Joining us now in studio is 1828 founder REFILOE Seseane, and she will talk to us about young women empowerment through education. Good afternoon. Happy Women's Day.
Happy Women's Day to you too, Palesa. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much indeed for coming through. Now, the organization was founded in 2008.
Indeed.
When you look back at what you wanted to achieve then, are you grateful? Are you happy?
It was a very difficult challenge and transition, I must say, coming out of matric at the age of 18 and not really having a clear sense of direction in terms of what it is I wanted to do with my life. And you know, you make a lot of decisions that are not necessarily the best ones for you. You're dropping courses at varsity, picking up courses, doing a lot of things that shouldn't be done. And I always say that you can either be an example or you can be a warning. And I hope that my journey has certainly served as a warning to other young women. But essentially, Palesa, I didn't want to see them going through the same challenges that I went through, struggling to find a mentor at university, struggling to find financial assistance as well as a bursary. So when I turned 28, I just wanted to look back on the last 10 years of my life, everything that I had accomplished, everything that I had done from the age of 18, and make sure that other 18-year-old girls don't go through the same experience that I had, and hopefully make better decisions for themselves.
And many people, REFILOE, they sort of underestimate the powers and the advantages of having a mentor in your life.
Indeed. So a lot of our girls are the first in their families to complete matric, let alone get to university, and they're coming from single-parent households. The households are headed by their moms. And generally, those environments are characterized by a lack of academic role models and mentors, not just within the home environment, but also in the broader communities. So what our organization seeks to do is give the girls support at university level by giving them a mentor whom we call a big sister. And they really become invaluable in terms of sharing some critical experience, in terms of getting exposure to the world of work, as well as the careers that the girls themselves aspire to get into. If you're coming from a home environment where you're the first in your family to get to university, it does make it a little bit more difficult and challenging to deal with some of the challenges that girls are faced with at varsity. And a big sister is someone that you can talk to, share your experiences with, explain, you know, why you failed a course, what challenges you're going through, and hopefully keep you on track in terms of what you hope to do post-graduation in terms of your career.
Yeah, no, important indeed, because tertiary is where one really gets the exposure of what the real world out there looks like. So it's very important. But I think what is even more impressive about the organization is that it is 100% led by women, focusing on women development.
Indeed. So we are really very empathetic in terms of our approach, because we've experienced a lot of our beneficiaries' challenges up front. It's very difficult to mentor someone in something that you haven't gone through yourself. So a lot of the challenges the girls are faced with, granted I was 18 a few years ago, so perhaps the environment has changed, but you can still very much relate to some of the issues that girls are still faced with. Issues around funding, issues around mentorship, as I mentioned, and just a sense of guidance in terms of what they're going to do for their careers once they finish at university, or perhaps even starting their own businesses and they need advice as entrepreneurs and just making forays into the business world.
Yeah, and your website also talks about providing financial assistance. This is a huge challenge, more so for your previously disadvantaged communities. How are you doing this?
So we saw with campaigns like Fees Must Fall that university education is prohibitively expensive for the majority of South African students. With our financial assistance program, because we are a non-profit, we fundraise through various corporates to get the girls funding for any undergraduate degree at their choice at any university in the country. And the reason that we are not prescriptive in terms of which courses or which programs we fund is because we believe that the girls are going to make a success of their careers focusing on something that they love to do and studying something that they're passionate about. So our financial assistance covers the full cost of tuition for any undergrad program. We cover textbooks, laptops, a living allowance, as well as any other incidental expenses that come up while the girls are doing a 3 or 4 year undergrad.
All right, and your future plans? future plans?
Oh, indeed. So we're hoping to become a national organization. We've only been based in Gauteng and doing work for girls at disadvantaged high schools, predominantly in the Ekurhuleni area. But the dream and the vision ultimately is to become a global campaign, because we see that there's a huge need for the work that we do in terms of mentorship, financial assistance, and the empowerment workshops that we run.
All right, Refilwe, this is a beautiful work that you ladies are doing. Keep it up, and all the best with your future plans. Hopefully the next time we have you in studio, you'll be telling us that you are in the different provinces now.
Hopefully. Thank you so much, Palisa.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
the rest of your day. Well, there you have it. REFILOE Seseane, she is one of the founders for 1828, talking to us about the organization and what it does, most importantly, for the development of young women here in South Africa. Peter?
Palisa, thanks very much indeed.